about the concept binomial theorem. Okay, it's very important thing in JEE mains, and we are going to discuss about binomial theorem. We have to learn what do you mean by factorial and combinatorics. I mean that these are words from we learned from PNC concept, that is permutation and combination. Okay, firstly we have to discuss about factorial. What do you mean by a factorial? Factorial is nothing but the continuous product of first n natural numbers. The continuous product of first n natural numbers is called factorial of a number. It's called factorial of a number. Okay, I mean that. Okay, it is denoted by n factorial. No, sir. That means n factorial can be written as what I told, that it is a continuous product of first n natural numbers, means we are starting from 1 to n. Product will be automatically will go up like this up to n times. Okay, we learn the definition of factorial, right? Now n factorial means 1 into 2 into 3 into and so on, n means it is a continuous product of n natural numbers. Now again, a small implementation, that is nothing but I am writing this one 1, 2, 3 into and so on up to n minus 1 terms and into n. Okay, by the definition of factorial, we can say that the continuous product of first n minus 1 natural numbers is called a n minus 1 factorial. Means n minus 1 factorial into n. That means the value of n factorial is equal to n into n minus 1 whole factor, means complementary exists for multiplication, and then this n minus 1 whole factorial will go to that side. It becomes n equal to n factorial by n minus 1 whole factor. This is the main important criteria. Okay, by the way, the next. Okay, we will say that we have a question, prove that 0 factorial equal to 1. How we can prove that 0 factorial equal to 1? Because here let y equal to x factorial. Let y equal to x factorial. Okay, what will be the domain of y? The domain of y. What is the domain of y? It is nothing but natural number. And what is the range of y? Sorry, the domain of y is whole number and the range of y is a natural number. A small point difference, because while proving the 0 factorial equal to 1, we already got a relation. What is that? We know that n equal to n factorial by n minus 1 whole factorial. Okay, put n equal to 1. That implies what will happen? 1 equal to 1 factorial by 1 minus 1 whole factorial. I mean that implies 1 is equal to 1 by 0 factorial. 1 factorial is equal to obviously 1. Now 1 equal to 1 by 0 factorial. Okay, transform 0 factorial, that side becomes 0 factorial into 1 becomes 0 factorial, and the value of 0 factorial equal to 1. That's it. Okay, so we learned that 0 factorial equal to 1, and also 0 factorial is equal to here 0 factorial equal to 1 factorial equal to 1. Okay, what about 2 factorial? The value of 2 factorial is equal to 2 into 1, which is equal to 2, and the 3 factorial is equal to 3 into 2 into 1, which is equal to 3 2s are 6. And next 4 factorial. 4 into, I am writing as simply 3 factorial. I mean that by the formula n factorial is equal to n minus n into n minus 1 whole factorial. Like this we'll get. Then what will happen? It becomes 4 into 3 factorial. The value becomes 6 4s are 24. 5 factorial. How much? Same. As well as 5 into 4 factorial. The value becomes 5 times of 24, means it is equal to 120. And the next, sir, okay. What about the value of 2n whole factorial? Coming to the 2n whole factorial, how can we find? Okay, we already said that the meaning of factorial means the continuous product of first n natural numbers. Now we have considered as 2n whole factorial as the product of first 2n natural numbers, means it continues from 1, 2, 3 and so on and into last 2n minus 1 into 2n. Okay guys, now we do one thing, that we separate the product of odd terms and product of even terms. Then what will happen? Okay, firstly I am taking odd terms 1 into 3 into 5 into 7 and so on, and last, okay, this 2n minus 1 is odd. Okay, we separated all the odd products, and next even products from started from 2 into 4 into 6 into and so on, 2n minus 2 before number of 2n minus 1, the next into 2n. Okay, see here, if you observe from multiples of 2, here 2 into 4 into 6 into and so on, 2n minus 2 into 2n, we can separate, we can take 2 as quite common among these product. Means how many number of 2's are there here? 1, 2, 3 and so on, n. Means I am writing as 2 for n, and the rest of remaining I am considered as 1 into 2 into 3 and so on into n minus 1 into n. And later write down the odd terms, 1 into 3 into 5 into 7 and so on, 2n minus 1. Okay, next. Okay, 2n whole factorial is equal to, here, see here, if you observe one thing, that 2 has been taken common from among all the terms, and next the whole, if you observe this one, 1 into 2 into 3 and so on, n is the continuous product of first n natural numbers, means it is nothing but factorial, means that is n factorial into 1 into 3 into 5 into and so on, 2n minus 1. That's it. Okay, we'll get one relation that the product of n odd numbers and so on, 2n minus 1, which is equal to 2n whole factorial by 2 power n into n factorial. This is one of the main important application for binomial theorem. That's it. Okay, we all learned hopefully what is about the factorial. We learn about 0 factorial, 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial, and also 2n whole factorial. Now we are going to discuss now combinatorics. Okay, now what do you meaning of combinatorics? Combinatorics is nothing but a selection. Combinatorics is nothing but a selection. Means, okay, combinatorics I am saying as a combination. What do you mean by a combination? Combination is nothing but a selection of. Combination is nothing but selection of odd things out of n different things. Odd things out of n different things. Okay, usually denoted by NCR or otherwise CR or otherwise within the brackets NCR. Okay, in these three types we can denote NCR. Okay, what is the formula for NCR? NCR is equal to nothing but n factorial by r factorial into n minus r whole factorial. Okay, this is about combination. Sir, why factorial and combination is very important application to learn binomial theorem? Because the NCR, the NCR means we will get from C0, NC1, NC2 and so on NCN. You know these are the coefficients of binomial expansion. These are the coefficients of binomial expansion. That's what we learned the concept about combination. Sir, why you choose the value from 0 to n? Because the range of R is 0 to n. Okay, this is about the combination. Okay, now we will find some problem. We will discuss some problems regarding combination. Okay. Okay, I want to find out the value of phi C2. Okay, how much the value of phi C2? Because, okay, in place of n what we have, let n equal to 5 and r equal to 2. Okay, what do you know about the combination formula? NCR is equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. Okay guys, now, okay, substitute these values. Phi C2 means 5 factorial by, now 5 minus 2 whole factorial into r factorial. How much? 2 factorial. Then what will happen? 5 factorial by, it is 5 minus 2, how much? 3. 3 factorial into 2 factorial. The value of 5 factorial is nothing but 120. The value of 3 factorial is nothing but 6 and 2. 6 2s are 12. 120 by 12, how much? It becomes 10. Okay. And the next, the important properties about we have the important properties about the combination, that is NCR is equal to NC n minus R. Okay, the main thing there. And the next, Pascal rule. Next, Pascal rule. Pascal rule is nothing but NCR plus NC R minus 1, which is equal to n plus 1 CR. Okay, next. And the third criteria, if NCR is equal to NCS, if and only if we have the condition. Okay, if NCR equal to NCS, we already told that the value of NCR becomes NC n minus R. Means, first of all, compare these two things. Then what will happen here? Here S is equal to n minus R. Okay, this is the first criteria. Okay, if you transfer this minus R that side, it becomes plus. Then n equal to R plus S. This is the first criteria. And the second criteria is, okay, if we compare these two, what you can observe that here R equal to S. That is about combinatorics. It's very important application to this very important application to learn the binomial theorem concept. Okay, now we are going to discuss about what do you mean by binomial theorem. Okay, before learning about the binomial theorem, we already know what do you mean by binomial theorem. An algebraic expression consists two variables. Okay, means we can say that a plus b, 2x minus 3y, and x minus 5y, something. An algebraic expression consists two terms is called a binomial expression. Okay, what do you mean by a binomial theorem? We are now discussing. Okay, the meaning of binomial theorem: if n is a positive integer, if n is a positive integer, then x plus y whole power n is equal to nc naught x power n plus nc1 x power n minus 1 into y plus nc2 x power n minus 2 into y square, and plus so on, plus ncr x power n minus r into y power r, plus so on, plus ncl into y power n. Okay, this is the thing of binomial. This is an expansion of x plus y whole power n. Okay, now here what we observe that, okay, for our convenience I am writing ncr as cr. Okay, means here c0, c1, c2 and so on, cn be the binomial coefficients, of x plus y whole power n. And next, ncr into x power n minus r y power r is called general term of binomial expansion. Is a general term of binomial expansion. General term of binomial expansion. Okay, denoted by, which is mainly denoted by tr plus 1. Tr plus 1 is equal to ncr x power n minus r and y power r. Okay, and next, we already discussed one thing, that tr plus 1 is equal to ncr x power n minus r into y power r. If the binomial, okay, now we discuss what is the general term of x minus a whole power n binomial expansion. Okay, we have for x minus y whole power n, we can write it as nc naught x power n minus nc1 x power n minus 1 into y plus nc2, one positive one negative, alternately it will continuous, x power n minus 2 into y square, and plus so on, plus minus 1 whole power r into ncr x power n minus r y power r, and plus so on, plus minus 1 whole power n into ncn y power n. Sir, what is the general term here? Here, the general term of the expansion of x minus y whole power n is nothing but minus 1 whole power n into ncr x power n minus r into y power r. Okay, next. Okay, we'll go to some problems in the binomial theorem. We'll discuss some problems in binomial theorem. Okay. Find the term independent of x. Find the term independent of x in the expansion of in the expansion of 1 plus 3x plus 3x square plus x cube whole power 5. Okay, we have to find the term which is independent of 1 plus 3x plus 3x square plus x cube whole power 5. Means, first of all, consider the given binomial expansion 1 plus 3x plus 3x square plus x cube whole power 5. You know one thing, that the 1 plus 3x plus 3x square plus x cube can be written as 1 plus x whole cube whole power 5. And the next, it is in the form a power n whole power n, means can be written as a into whole power n, means 3 5s are 15. 1 plus x whole power 15. Now we have to find out the independent of x. Okay, firstly we know that the zener term, we know that is nothing but wicket. We know that TR plus 1 is equal to the formula NCR x power n minus r and y power r. Okay, in place of x we have the value of 1, in place of y we have the value of x. Okay, and now, okay, we will substitute here 15 CR into x. In place of x we have 1 power 15 minus r into x whole power r. Okay, the term independent of x means the degree of x is becomes 0. That means that implies x power r is equal to x power 0. That is nothing but r equal to 0. If r equal to 0 means, therefore the independent term is tr plus 1. I mean t0 plus 1 means it is nothing but T1, that is nothing but 15 C0 1 whole power 15 minus 0 into x power 0 means 15 C0. The answer is 1. Next, we have to learn about now middle terms. We are now discussing about middle terms in the expansion of 1 plus x whole power. Okay. C0 plus C1x plus C2x square and plus 1 plus Cn x power. Okay. Here, we want to find out the middle term in the expansion of Cn 1 plus x whole power n. Means, middle term is equal to, here we arise two cases. Okay, middle term is equal to Tn by 2 plus 1, Tn by 2 plus 1 term if n is even. Okay, next, Tn plus 1 by 2 and Tn plus 3 by 2 if n is odd. Here we conclude that if n is the odd number, we arise two middle terms and they both are equal to each other. Okay, next. Okay, we'll see one problem. Find the middle term. Find the middle term in the expansion of. Find the middle term in the expansion of 3x cube minus 5x whole power 6. We want to find out the middle term in the expansion of 3x cube minus 5x whole power 6. Okay. What is also that the value here, compare this one with x plus 5 whole power n. Compare this binomial expression with x plus 5 whole power n, where n equal to 6 and the value of x is equal to 3x cube and y is equal to minus 5 by x. Okay, see here n equal to 6, which is even. Then what will be the middle term? If n is even, then the middle term is equal to, t n by 2 plus 1. The middle term is equal to t n by 2 plus 1, means it's nothing but t, the value of n is 6, 6 by 2 plus 3, which is equal to t3 plus 1. Okay, formula 6c3 in place of x, 3x cube whole power 6 minus 3 and minus 5 by x whole power cube. The value of 63, how much? The value of 63 is equal to 6 into 5 into 4 by 3 into 2 into 1. The value of 63 is 20. 20 into, okay, 6 minus 3 cube. 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. 3 cube equal to 27. Okay. X power cube into x cube. How much? X power 9 into minus 125 by x cube. Okay. 1 x cube will arise. The middle term becomes t3 plus 1, which is equal to 20 into 27 minus 540 into 125 into x power 6. This is the middle term in the expansion of 3x cube minus 5x whole power 6. That's it. And next, if n is even, we will erase two terms and they both are equal to each other. You know one thing that here in the middle term the binomial coefficients are numerically greatest other than other binomial coefficients, they are numerically greater than other. Okay. And the next, we have some properties regarding binomial expansion.